probably going to have to adjust some things. All right. Yay. Oh. Gotta have the lava lamp. As always, let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Everything. And we'll just wait for everyone to filter in. Hello, hello. Ooh, this ring light is going to be not my best friend today. Hi, how are you? Hello, Ellen. Nice to see you. How have you been? Tell you what, these fires here in California have not been kind. Oh my gosh. We're going through it here with the air quality. Yowzers. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Congratulations! Wow! That's so cool. Promoted a head chair of the Spirituality Awareness Subcommittee of the Department of Behavioral Health. Oh my gosh. That's amazing, Ellen. Congratulations. Wow. Hi, Rowan. That's amazing. Aren't you excited? Oh my gosh. Good things. Wow. Love it. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I love that. We bridge psychology and religion. I love that. That's fantastic. I feel like those two go hand in hand so very well. There's a lot of takeaway from both. That's amazing. What else has been going on? What else is new? Whilst we wait for everyone to filter in. Oh, thank you. I mean, you got to be authentic. I feel like we need more of that in the world. I mean, if I was completely authentic, I'd be having a little bit more of a sailor mouth up here, but gotta rein that in a little bit. Hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome. How are you? So just forewarning everyone, I probably will be coughing a lot on this live. I live in California, and the fires are causing a lot of not good stuff for air quality. So I stepped outside for like 2 things today, and I've been hacking ever since. So I do apologize if that happens. I cannot control it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just been insane here. I feel like California, I mean, it's the outside looks like we should be in a Mad Max film right now. And I'm probably dating myself, but I feel like Mel Gibson should be zooming along in a sawed-off motorcycle here. It's pretty bad. I've had family that have had to evacuate. Yeah, it's scary. It is really, really scary. There's a lot of people evacuating. Highway 50 got blocked and shut down, or well, not shut down, but like traffic jammed. because there were last minute notifications going out for evacuations. It's just been insane. Luckily, everyone that I am aware of that I know up there, friends and family, that sort of a thing, they've all gotten out safe. So that's good. But I swear it gets worse and worse every year. Last year was terrifying. I remember coming home from work and it looked like the sky was on fire. It's terrifying. So my thoughts and prayers and my heart goes out to everyone that is dealing with all of that right now. It is not fun, terrifying, and there are no words, pretty much, basically. Ooh, Grizzly Flat. Oh, yeah, I've heard of that area. Yeah, it's terrifying. So hopefully things will get better. Our fantasy fair that we were going to go to this weekend got rescheduled, but thankfully, because I feel like they made the correct call. It was very close to where a big fire is right now, so thankfully they rescheduled it. So hopefully come that time we will be able to go again. But start doing normal fall festivities, but I'd rather be safe. I'm fine with locking myself in the house for a while and not worrying about other people and the weather and all of that. Hi, Katie. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll wait about like 8 more minutes. I'm usually on here a little bit early for those of you who are used to these lives. I'm on here a little bit early just to let people kind of filter in and to make sure there are no technical difficulties, no cutoffs or anything like that with the stream, because sometimes stuff happens. So I'm on here a little bit early. If you are new here, there will always be a timestamp in the description box when the live is over and it's uploaded to the channel. So that way you can skip ahead to the unboxing, and then afterwards we can hang out for a little bit, discuss whatever, and then yeah. So I'm not sure if I will be live on Saturday, but normally we do Wednesdays and Saturdays around the same time here, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to try to figure out another time or another day to kind of mix it up so that people aren't always like it's early morning for them or late at night for them, because it's hard when everyone is around in different time zones. So I want to make it fair for everyone to be able to catch the live. So hopefully we can figure out a good happy medium for that as well. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, hi. My name is Natasha. It's fantastic to have you here. We're going to be taking a look at the Zen of Animals Oracle that is 4 minutes, just so that way everyone is here on their scheduled time and they don't miss it. So with that being said, again, timestamp in the description when it goes not live. And everybody tell me how you're doing. How's your week? What's going on? What's good? Because I really don't have anything other than what I've said. My week's kind of been iffy. Just trying to stay away from the general public at this point. Everything's kind of ramping back up again. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling PTSD. I have been, we went to go run one errand and I ended up having a panic attack because of just, you could start seeing people start to kind of like panic buy again, like stock up. And then it's like, there's so many people not giving you space or not really wearing masks. And so, I have I have an autoimmune disorder. So it's like, I really try to make sure that I am protecting myself as well as others. So when I go out, I'm like, really, it's a really weird feeling. I know a few other people that are close to me are starting to feel that PTSD, those triggers again. And it's just starting to get a little scary. So hopefully everyone else is doing okay with that, and you know that you're not suffering, or you're able to cope okay, doing what you can. I know it's easier said than done, but oh my goodness, like, whew, it's ramping up. Oh, you're in British Columbia and surrounded by fires. Oof. Today was the first time I saw blue sky in week. Yay! Oh, thank you. I hope everything goes well over there too, Amanda. Hopefully it stays blue. Yeah, it's scary out there. I mean, to be fair, the world is a scary place. Nature is metal and all of that. But you know, I think it's harder on us who are very empathetic and can relate and put ourselves in other people's shoes, and have people that you care about that you're worried about. It's definitely it's a time to be alive, that's for sure. It's definitely something that is a concern. It feels like last year was kind of like a blur, and it feels almost like it didn't happen. But like as soon as everything started to get a little bit better, now we're in a situation where it's ramping up again, and now I'm not sleeping. My anxiety is really bad. And you know, I'm just worried constantly all the time. But I think now, at least as far as like shopping is concerned, and you know, groceries and that sort of a thing, we have systems in place to where, you know, it'll be a little bit easier, a little bit more less contact, and all of that will be put in place. But it's scary. My picture is fuzzy. Let's see. Is that better? This is why we go live early. Let me know if that's better, Shirley. There it goes, autofocusing. Are we good? Oh, thanks, Daenerys. Danier? How do you say that? Okay, Danier? I'm horrible with pronunciation. Daenerys? Forgive me. Okay, couple more minutes and then we will get started. Hopefully everything is okay with the picture. You guys can hear and see me just fine. Dea. Oh, that's really cute. I like that. I'm just awful with pronunciation. Like, I don't know what it is. The mouth and the brain don't connect. I do it with the poor authors and the artists' names all the time. It's awful, especially if it's in a different language that like I'm not familiar with, or I don't have good pronunciation with that either. Like, just I feel awful. I'm just butchering the names. Hello, Kanal. Nice to see you. How are you? I haven't been on TikTok, so I haven't seen your new videos. I put myself in TikTok jail. I swear every time I get on there for like one video and I look at it, and then like I look at the clock and it's like 5 hours later, just sucks you in, that TikTok. I mean, to be fair, YouTube does that too for me, but like you just can scroll for hours on TikTok and you're just, you get nothing done. is very addictive. Very addictive. All right. So with that being said, it is 6 o'clock. We are going to take a look at this beautiful looking oracle. This is published by Blue Angel. I guess I don't need that one. Okay. Sorry, I have a stack of decks to rest my elbow on. All right, so it's the Zen of Animals by Pamela Matthews. You had to delete TikTok. Yeah, I almost have done that a million times just so I can like not worry about it. All right, so this retails for $24.95, published by Blue Angel, and it's 36 cards of natural wisdom. This deck draws on the oneness of creation and works with the symbolism, quirks, and strengths of 36 animals to prompt insight and clarity. While we can identify with some more than others, all the beings of Mother Earth share our stardust origins. We can trace our evolution back to the same spark as the bee, the dolphin, and the elephant. Other creatures are linked to us through myth and imagination. They all have wisdom for us. We hold the aspects of the natural world within us. Choose a card with intention to evoke its energies and awaken the power of horse, the luck dragon, the determination of camel, or the wise patience of owl. For a daily message, shuffle and select a card or use one of the card layouts for your questions. The guidebook provides meaning and reminders to further your interpretations, along with Zen quotes to expand your awareness of the unity of life. I'm really excited about this one. I have seen it before, and I, paused because I'm like, oh, I can wait on it. I can wait. And then I had to get it. It looked too beautiful. And again, it's animals, so I have a soft spot. So, all right. I feel like we don't really need to look through the guidebook yet. What we'll do is flip through the cards first and then pull a card after we shuffle and then read from the guidebook. I know there are about 2 spreads. There's a 3 card and then there's a 6 card because I looked at the guidebook before we went live. So here we go, the back. Yay. We'll get a little bit closer. And then let's just take a look at the cardstock. Oh, yay. It's nicer. It's a little bit thicker than some of the decks we've been getting recently. So that's really nice to see. A little bit firmer, a little bit more flexible, but it snaps right back. So it doesn't feel flimsy. And it looks like it's matte. All right. So like I said, she is the author and the artist of this deck. So that's exciting. Love that. Hi, Luna. Already, it's beautiful. So we just have the name of the creature down at the bottom, and there are no borders, which is kind of nice because you get this whole big picture. Oh my gosh, look at that guy. Oh my goodness. I love the pom-poms. Love, love. That's so pretty. Very vibrant. Wow. It's just so pretty. There are only 36 cards though, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I always want more. Ooh, that's very interesting. Having a crocodile in there. I think this might be the first. I could be wrong, but I feel like crocodiles are very underrepresented in animal decks. That face. Oh my goodness. Yay, we get a dolphin. So next, I hope we have a peacock and a llama. The colors are just gorgeous. They almost look like, are they called Prismacolors? The watercolor colored pencils that like you can color in as a colored pencil and then you add water to it, make it a little damp, and it'll like blend like a watercolor. It almost looks like that to me, but I know I'm wrong, but that's the feeling that I get with it. It's a beautiful deck so far. Oh. Sweet. Oh, yay, we get a little fox. Hi, Lourdes. Hi, Roger. Thank you. How does one work with animal energies? I've never been drawn to it. I feel like there are different ways that you can work with them. I think some people like to tap into the like the feeling of it, like putting themselves in the, I'll say, shoes of the animal, like how would they act, and bring that intensity or the non-intensity into their readings or into their work. Some people just use it differently. I just relate to the animal, if that makes sense. Like relate to what they mean spiritually, or how they are just in nature, and bring that into my reading. I know that makes no sense at all. But that's the only way I can really explain it. Animals can be a part of your spirit guide team. That's what helped me connect with them. Yeah, so okay, that's kind of how I was trying to explain it. Sometimes imagining them by my side. Yeah, exactly. This is gorgeous. I don't know. I always feel more comforted when I'm using an animal deck. I definitely feel like they're spirit guides. I connect a lot with animals just because I'm like, I don't want to call myself an animal person, but that's what I am. Like, I really enjoy being around animals and just the connection that I have with animals in general. So bringing that into my work is very beneficial and comforting for me. You still don't think you'd be able to? Try it out and see. You never know unless you experiment. Sometimes I like to try different decks. Like, I don't typically use darker themed decks, but sometimes I'll just try to see, like, if I pull for like a daily pull with a darker deck, just to see what kind of things I pick up on with that deck versus what I would have picked up on in a more gentler deck or a more like sunshiny type deck. So it's very interesting to see what your subconscious will pick up too, and your intuition with different imagery. So yeah, experiment, see what you get. Again, you never know unless you try. This little guy, super cute. Oh, that face. Cows. Oh, cows are just big dogs. Little panda. You love more darker decks. Yeah, I get just intimidated. Like every time I use a darker deck, like I just get intimidated by it. But it's not a bad thing. It's just like it forces me to like really take a good hard look at myself, type of a thing. And sometimes I don't want to. I'm with myself all dang day. Like, we're good. Here's the peacock. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes I need to be forced fed things, because I will not pay attention if I don't need to. Ooh, a phoenix. Earthy decks. Yes, I really love earthy decks too, Amanda. You may connect more with an animal themed tarot deck or nature themed deck. Yeah, I always feel like I get the best readings from darker decks and my messages come through more. Yeah, they really do, though. A lot of times, like for me, yeah. Like, I don't use them in the dark, though. Like at night, I don't use them. I used to be like terrified to use a darker deck just because I'm like, I used to hate shadow work. Like I would refuse to do it. And to me, I always equate the darker themed decks with shadow work because essentially that's what I'm doing. I'm facing my own fears. I'm facing my skeletons in my closet when I use them. And so every time I go and when I would try to use them at first, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. But that's the point of shadow work, is to face your fears and to heal. So, and to, you know, face the things that you keep pushing back, right? Pushing in the closet. Look at this baby. Oh my goodness, the little babies. So cute. These feel really nice too. They don't feel flimsy. They don't feel cheap. They feel really good in the hand. I'm excited to see how they shuffle because they are a nice size. This is a fairly new animal too in the cards. Like I don't typically see a lot of rats. I see more mice or mouse type guys, but yeah, I don't really see rats a lot. Hi, Jake! Hey, that's very good. Good job being at the gym. YouTube's tripping? Oh, gosh. Hi, Richard! On the deck of the Heaven and Earth Tarot Kit. I have the Heaven and Earth. Oh, actually, it's right here. I'm putting my hand on it. If you have not checked it out I think I did a live on it. So check it out and see what you think. I don't know if this was the kit, though. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's a little bit more I feel like it's a little whitewashed, if I remember correctly, but it's like very much Game of Thrones meets like medieval King Arthur type thing. I was digging it, but it's like probably not a deck that I would use every day. I don't use it every day, but yeah. Rats is my Chinese zodiac birth year. Oh, yay. Yeah, see, a lot of people really love it, or they don't like it at all, the Heaven and Earth. The Jack Sephiroth, the artist, actually is doing a rune-based deck. I think I pre-ordered it because it looks very similar as far as the aesthetics go. So that one looks really cool. I'm excited about that. Anything with runes or Vikings or anything close to that, I'm like, yes. Yeah, take a look and see. That's fun too. I like the colors. The colors are bright and vivid, but they're not hurting my eyes at all. I'm not feeling overwhelmed with the color, because sometimes there can be some decks that just like are fun in that way, but they're not like something I could use for long periods of time because I'm just like overwhelmed. Squirrel. Oh, look, we got a little guy back here too. Ooh. I feel like this one is kind of looking like the woman is lunch. Kind of like trying to test her. Like, are you going to move a little closer? I found out one of my spirit animal guide is a snake and the other one is a spider. Oh, how fun! Oh, we got a tortoise. Oh, I love this. It looks like this is an island, possibly Hawaii. That very hilly like that. I love that. Is this the last card? It's the last card. Okay, so what we'll do now is we will tilt you so that way we can take a look at how it shuffles. All right, don't get seasick. Okay. So they are a little bit larger, but I feel like they're about the same size as most oracles. They are very flexible. They feel really good shuffling. I like that they're matte finish. shuffle really nice. Okay, that one wants to come out. Yeah, I don't have an issue with this at all. I like the feel of the cardstock a lot. I like how that glides with each other. It's really, really nice. But there are 36 cards and it's $25. It's not a terrible price, but let's just check out the guidebook and see what else we can see about this deck. Whoop. The tiger card looked like a kitty giving angry face. The tiger is on my bed. I always use oracle cards because when I tried tarot, I started with a really difficult deck and it discouraged me a bit, but I'm wanting to give it another try. Oh, I love the Mermaid Tarot. The, oh, you can't see it. Sorry, tangent, you know how I do. This one? This is beautiful. It's stunning. The guidebook is great. I absolutely love that one. I connected with that one right away. All right, so we're going to take a look at Cat. All righty. She looks like a very sophisticated lady. All righty. And, okay, so I did take a look at the guidebook. And it has a contents page that lists each one individually, which love that. So Cat will be page 15. It does give you a 3-card spread here, and then if you can see it, it's kind of faint, but a 6-card spread there. And then let's take a look at the guidebook. All right, so it's a little short. Hopefully it's good. So it says companion, comfortable, warm, embracing, sensual, playful, independent, elegant, unmanageable, and familial. These lovable companions are baby-sized and warm with a reassuring purr. Their front-facing eyes give hypnotic connection. Their independent habits seem ever-present in the home. Their energy balance provides comfort in a crisis and is playful when encouraged. Cats are otherworldly yet serene and grounded. And then there's a message, and it says, a warm and comfortable home base allows you the freedom to be independent and adventurous with a backstop to return to. And then there's a quote here. I have lived with several Zen masters, all of them cats. Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle. Again, pronunciation doesn't happen well with me. Okay, so my thoughts. I do like that there's some key words. I like that you have like a little blurb about it, and then about the animal. Then you have a message and you get a quote. I like that there's some spreads. I feel like I still want more because, you know, there is just the 36 cards. For the price tag, I feel like I would want like at least like 40 cards or like 44. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's $25, you know, rounding it. And then in other countries, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I feel like maybe a little bit more information in the guidebook. Maybe, I don't know. Do I hate it? Not at all. I really think it's beautiful. I think the quotes are beautiful in there. Having a little quote per card is fantastic, especially if it's something that can help you with meditation or help you with, you know, a journal prompt. That's fantastic. Because I know there's some of you that like to pull a card a day and then write a journal prompt based on it. So that could be for a really good thing for that as well. The art is beautiful. The cards shuffle wonderfully. The cardstock is great. I mean, I don't really have anything to complain about. There's diversity even. I wasn't expecting humans in this. But I mean, it's definitely a beautiful deck. I just feel like I want more. But I think that's the case with everything, or excuse me, every deck that is only like 36 or 33 or 30 cards. I feel like that's always going to be the issue, is I want more. But the shuffling with this was really nice. So even though it's a little bit less of an amount, it shuffles really nice because of the cardstock. And the size is really great too. I don't know if y'all can tell, but like, I can't talk today. It's just not working for me. But what do you guys think? Amanda, thank you so much. I think I'm going to get it. Oh, awesome. The Fairy Tale Tarot spoke to me, even though there's mixed reviews. Yeah, so I did that video today, or I uploaded it today, I should say. I don't know how I feel. Like I'm pretty disappointed. Is it cute? Yes, absolutely. If you're looking for another Rider-Waite Smith-based imagery deck that's a little bit gentler or a little bit cuter, it's cute. The cardstock is great. I love the blue foiling on the edges, but I feel like the little animal court cards didn't really seal the deal for me at all. I don't really see the point. In fact, when I tried to use it afterwards, I just took those cards out and put them back in the tarot box. But it's cute. I was just really disappointed because I felt like the advertisement for it and the description for it was not accurate. I was really hoping that there would be some like actual fairy tale like based cards on there, not just another Rider-Waite Smith imagery thing. But again, if you feel connected to it, that's phenomenal and amazing, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I felt, like I didn't get what I thought I was getting, basically. So is it a great tarot deck? I don't know. I haven't really worked with it that much, but I feel like it's great if you want a more cartoon-based or gentler-based Rider-Waite Smith style deck. A little bit more modern without being too modern, I guess. Like it's updated, I'll say. Yeah, the title is misleading. Pamela Matthews, other decks like the Arasama Tarot or the Goddess Oracle have more card decks. The Guidebook is more expensive, more symbolism. Yeah, I definitely want to check out the Goddess Oracle, and then I believe there's a unicorn deck that she did. Let's see, there was one in the back here. Oh no, that was Alana Fairchild. But yeah, she did the Orasama New Aeon Tarot and then the Goddess Oracle. So yeah, I definitely want to check those out because I really like the art style. I like the artwork. Pre-Raphaelite decks? I don't think I do. But yeah, Rowan Quinn, absolutely. I think it would be great for inner child work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Because it is very like childlike in that way. So definitely inner child work. Much like a darker deck would be great for shadow work, a cute deck like that would be great for inner child work. Asking what your inner child wants right now, or how to heal it, or I can't think of another question for that right now. But yeah, absolutely. What do you think of the Forest of Enchantment Tarot? It's very sweet. It can kind of be a little bit real. Like it will definitely tell you what you need to hear, but it does so in a way that it's not sugarcoating, but it's just gentle. It was one of those decks that I wasn't expecting to be the way it was too. So I was expecting more animals in it. There are animals, but they're kind of like, I want to say like fae folk as well. So stay. So it's not just animals, which I thought it would be like more forest animal-y kind of a thing, but it has a lot of people in it as well, so it was completely different than what I thought it was going to be. It has dragons. It's very fairy tale-esque. It's not like based on any fairy tales like I was thinking the other one was, but it's like storybook imagery. It's very beautiful. I love the artwork on it. But yeah, it'll definitely tell you what you need to hear, but it'll be a little bit more gentle about it. The Fountain Tarot, I didn't really connect with it. There were beautiful images in it, but I don't know. I feel like it was disappointing as well for me, just because there were a lot of cards that I didn't really connect with. However, a lot of people really like it, which is amazing. There were a couple cards for me that I wasn't feeling, but it's definitely a different style of tarot. It can be a little bit dark. The Death card was gorgeous. I can't remember what the Devil card looked like at this point, but I just remember being a little uncomfortable with the Strength card. It just didn't sit right with me. And again, everybody's different. Everybody takes art in a different way, which is why we do these videos. And then for me too, I didn't really feel like $40 was a good price point for the cards. I feel like it was more of a, how do I want to put it? Like, I feel like it was more hyped up. Like, you know, everybody was like for the aesthetic than the actual use. But again, that's just my opinion. Like, there's nothing wrong with the deck, at least in my opinion. I just wasn't comfortable with all of the imagery. So it's up to you. Yeah, I really like the Forest of Enchantment. It's really pretty. It's very much a more like fairy, foresty, fun deck. I like using it in the fall. It feels more like very cottage core in a way. I know I say that in a few of my videos about certain decks, but like I love that aesthetic. And in the fall, that's what I really like. I gravitate toward like the cottage type feel and just like being cozy and having the cup of tea or coffee warm, reading a book by the fire, gathering herbs. Like, it's just, that is my fall. Like, I love it. So if there's a deck that embodies it, that's one of them. The Aura Soma New Eon Tarot is the only most expensive deck I have for now, but I have about 100 plus cards more coming. Do you think you can pull a card for the collective and ask what should we know in the energies of some devastation going on right now? Oh, I mean, I could try. That's pretty deep. But we'll see. Yeah, I can pull a card for that. I have a deck of cards, but I don't want to connect to them, and I don't know what to do with them. That's a good question. Some people are different. Some people give them away. Some people exchange them. I typically keep mine just because there's always going to be a moment where it calls to me. Like today, I typically don't connect really well to the Druid Craft Tarot. There just wasn't something that I instantly connected with. I found it was beautiful, but it wasn't just something that like I would use every day. But today it called to me, I used it, and I got a really good message, a good clear message. So I think for me, it just depends. It might not be connecting for you right now, but it possibly could in the future. But again, that's just my experience. That's why I keep mine. Also, I consider myself a collector, and then the minute I give it away, I'm gonna want it again. So let's see. The Shadowland Tarot is dark and cute. It is playfully dark and weirdly gentle as well. That's one that I keep having on my list. I keep wanting to get it. I have the Tarot Deck of Heroes, but I simply do not connect. And I feel like I wasted my money. Ugh, I hate that. Yeah, old-timey fairy tale. Thank you. Vote for someone to make a cottagecore vibe tarot oracle. Oh gosh, I would love to do that. I need to get my art skills back though. It's been so long. I'm trying so hard to rekindle all of that creativity. It's just, oy. But yeah, I'm happy with this purchase as far as right now goes. I'm excited to see, you know, as far as the Zen of Animals goes. We'll see how it works. I'll start pulling from it and vibe with it. It's definitely a different take on an animal deck, which I like. But yeah, for me, an animal deck has to have a couple things in it for me to connect, like animals that I can relate to or animals that I really love, which this deck has, and it has to have a good guidebook to really tap into those energies. And I feel like this does a decent job. So definitely, it might not be for everyone, but we'll see how it goes with some pick a card readings and stuff. Can you one day do a video about spreads you use most often? Please and thank you. Yeah. The spread that I mostly use, just right off the top of my head, is a 3 card. And that's normally what we do in the pick a card readings. The first card you pull is representative of you currently, what's going on with you, like what it just represents you. The second card is the situation or what you're going through in the moment or will be going through. And then the third card you pull is the outcome, or I should say the potential outcome. What could be if you continue on this path, if you continue making the choices that you're making. So similar to like a past, present, future, except the first two cards are a little bit different. So you can make it a 3 card spread out of almost anything, which is kind of amazing. And then the other one that I like to do right off the top of my head is one we did with the self-care pick a card, representing what I believe I did what we, shoot, now I just lost my train of thought. So it's 2 cards, one, what you need to embrace or what you need to bring back in, and the other, what you need to let go, if I remember correctly. So again, you can do a spread with almost anything, but those 2 are what I use most often. You can also do like a yes and no situation as well, but I typically don't like using tarot cards for yes or no. I typically go to my pendulum for that. Do you have any advice for me doing readings for money, like as an income avenue? I started out just doing friends and family, and they just started offering me like tips, I'll call them. So they just tipped me. As far as moving forward professionally, sometimes it's a little hard with the current state that we are living in right now with everything as far as face-to-face. But a lot of the times you can try to sign up for like booths at like fairs or sorry, my dog is... Hold up. Simon, you okay? Were you napping? Okay, good boy. Oh, okay. Sorry, he was dreaming. Sometimes he makes that noise when he dreams and he's like too far in a dream, but I had to check on him just to make sure. Oh, okay. But yeah, as far as professionally, you can try having your own booth at like a fair or at an event, a lot of the like street kind of events, and charge for that as well. But you can also do like Etsy. A lot of people will have like an Etsy shop, and that's all they do. They charge for readings, and then you can put your own amount however much you want. Having a tough time finding a Rider-Waite-Smith clone deck that has diversity. Is it just me, or does it seem like that's non-existent or really hard to find? Yeah. It actually is pretty hard to find like something that's very much a clone deck that has diversity. The closest one that I would say is the Modern Witch. However, it's just a lot of feminine energy. So again, a lot of people like to have both feminine and masculine aspects in there. Yeah, as far as a clone of the Rider-Waite-Smith that has diversity. I think the closest one would be the Modern Witch. That's like modern, but still the same imagery. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen something that is like a clone that has all of that in it. I could be wrong, but off the top of my head, I can't think of it right now. Now I'm a little bit spacey after my child. I do have the Modern Witch Tarot, and it's one of my favorites. Yet I was hoping to find some with now I just read your comment. Yeah, that basically says what I just said. Like going professional with my readings. So I don't have any experience with like going professional. I've just done it on YouTube, and as far as like getting charged, it's just with people I know, or yeah, that's basically it with that. I don't really have any really good advice actually, because I don't have that like experience. I do have like people that every once in a while I will do on the fly readings for, like if I'm out and about, and like they mention it, and I have my deck with me, but I'm not one that like really likes to charge for that, although I should, but like I don't know, I'm not the person to ask about that. I'm sorry. Totally feel that when it comes to yes or no questions, I feel pendulum readings are more accurate than tarot. Yes. Yeah, Simon, he does, you know how dogs do the like foot thing when they get into a deep sleep? He'll do the little sound, and it's just every once in a while, but I kept hearing him, so that's why I had to go check, because he's been having like a kind of upset stomach. We changed foods. I don't think he likes the food, so we're gonna have to go back to a different dog food. So that's why I had to go check, just to make sure mommy instincts were kicking in. Practicing human high, it's okay. The Luna Soul Tarot, yeah, it is pretty diverse, but like I was thinking as far as like a clone of it. I don't know. Bye, Canal. Have a great night. I had the Modern Witch Tarot deck, which I wanted to love, but couldn't because the deck itself is so thick and hard to maneuver. Okay, that's my one complaint with it. Yeah, it's very hard to like rifle shuffle. I have to just do that kind of, that was not a good image, but shuffle this way. Otherwise I cannot like physically do that. There's one deck of tarot that have a lot of diversity. I think it, something drag queens. I'll have to look into that. How close is the True Heart Tarot? It's like its own artwork. So it's Rider-Waite-Smith based, but it's not a clone. She kind of took it in her own interpretation. So it's a lot of more her artistic freedom than anything. So it's similar, but it's not a clone. You know, it's not, it's very diverse, and I really do love this deck. But yeah, it's not, I guess for me, when I think of clone, I think of like an exact replica, but just with added diversity and added, make it a little bit more modern. But it's definitely the same symbolism and as the Rider-Waite-Smith. Yeah, make it. Yes. I feel like it definitely could be updated. I feel like it hasn't really been, I mean, it's been updated, but it hasn't been updated in the best way many times. This is a really good updated version, but is again a different interpretation. If that makes any sense at all. Oh, the Bianca Nero Tarot. Yeah, that's beautiful. Divine Diversity Tarot deck. I don't have that one. I don't have it. I have to like take a look at it. Yeah, the Good Karma Tarot, is that the one, Dea? Yeah, I love it. It's definitely not a replica, but it's great for diversity. It's so beautiful. I love it. But yeah, I mean, they're getting better. They're definitely getting better with the diversity. I think maybe the Lunasol, yeah, it's definitely closer to what maybe you're looking for. But yeah, it's not an exact replica. So there are similarities, but yeah, as far as like replication or a clone, not so much. But I do really enjoy this one. I feel it's very gentle and very easy to understand as far as a beginner goes. Like the symbols are there, the pictures and the facial expressions are great. The cardstock is all right. Like I feel like it's still even a little bit thick. But it's not as thick as the Modern Witch. In fact, let's just use this real fast. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use this one to see what, as a collective, maybe we need to look out for. Or maybe a trip row. What was your the question? As you can see, my mind is not here right now. There's been a lot going on as far as like things in the works, so my focus is in and out. But let me see if I can go back to your comment, because it was a really good comment. Okay, should we know in the energies of some devastation going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, and awesome, thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of ick going on right now in the world, and it's overwhelming. I don't know if a lot of you are having issues with anxiety right now. I know I talked a little bit about it in the beginning before everyone came on, but like my anxiety is through the roof, and my sleep is non-existent. So that's probably why I'm feeling a little ooh. It's just there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of stress about that worry, and as an empath, I'm going to say that, and I know that sounds really cheesy and cliche, but as an empath, it's really hard to be one right now with everything going on. I've turned off the news. I only get highlights from my husband, who's very good at keeping up with everything. He likes to stay informed, and so I will get information from him. It's very hard to be on social media at this point. It's been hard for the last 5 years or so, but it just feels like now everything with last year and this year, it's very difficult to continually keep up that barrier between your energy and everybody else's energy and what's going on. So I think that's one of the reasons why my panic attacks are back, especially if I end up being out in public. But yeah, it's just, yeah, there's a lot of going around the world. Yeah, it's just a lot. So I hope everybody is dealing okay. I know everybody deals differently with all of this, but it's a lot, right? Like the PTSD is real, and the energy, the harsh energy that's going around right now, and the negativity and the selfishness and the scared energies are coming through. Yeah, I really do hope. Oh, well, I love you guys. Like I said, this is like my safe space. And so I know that we all can commiserate together, But yeah, it's definitely one of those things that is plaguing me right now. So I fires. Hi, Mermaid Bay. So we have like biblical events going on right now, so to speak. It's a lot, and so it can be very draining for everyone, and especially energy workers right now. We're all kind of just drained. Sleep problems too. A lot of changes going on in nature and everything else. We're stronger together. Absolutely. I quit watching TV news for years because of anxiety and feeling bad listening to it. I would also watch, read, listen to anything important highlights. Yeah. Hard for empaths, especially right now. I can tell I am growing in it, though, because the lack barrier, working on transmuting low frequencies emotions to high ones. Yeah, that's what's hard for me. Always trying to transmute, and it's not, it's hard. I feel very overwhelmed with it all. It definitely feels like the minute things start getting better, it's like 10 steps back. So hopefully we'll start seeing some more improvement. But I do think that a lot of people are waking up now. I do feel like a lot of people are listening to their gut feelings. I feel like a lot of people are wanting to get into more metaphysical activities and learn more about all of that. I feel like, with the lockdowns that have happened, I feel a lot more people were getting in tune with themselves again, which is phenomenal. So hopefully that will continue. It's really hard when there's world, events going on every day, but, we'll all get through it, and we are stronger together. As long as we support each other and help everyone out, spread love, I think we'll get through it. Okay, so what energies do we need to be taking a look at? Oh, we got endings of cycles, so that's kind of a great news. Things are going to get worse before they get better. But we are creating. We are definitely creating right now. We are tapping into the Empress energy, which is phenomenal. Empathy, caring, birthing in a new era. We just have to surrender and be patient. So, and also look at things in a new way, maybe that we weren't looking at it before. So, how we were talking about a little bit of how last year things changed quickly to accommodate a lot of people. A lot more people were suddenly able to work from home when they couldn't do that before as an option. A lot more people were able to spend more time with their kids and their family. The way that we were ordering got easier. Ordering food, ordering supplies, groceries, off the internet. It got faster. It got more accessible. Things became more accessible because we looked at different ways of finding a solution. We thought outside of the box, and we needed to make it happen. And people in the higher ups were more apt to listen to different outside the box ideas. So I'm hoping that as things start coming to an end, cycles coming to an end, so to speak. Yes, I do think it is going to be getting a little bit worse before it gets better. But I think that we're making way for something bigger and better. I think we're definitely figuring out what we want to be, who we want to be, and what we want to leave behind. And a lot of us are not going to go back to the way that we were. For instance, people striking for higher wages, people not being complacent with their jobs, people wanting more, people wanting healthcare, people not settling for the bare minimum anymore when we know we can do better. People fighting for working from home now because they were able to do it for a whole year. Why do they need to be back in office spaces when they could do the exact same work from home? So it's just coming together, and it's fighting for one consecutive goal, and that's just to be, feeling fulfilled and feeling like, you make a difference in this world. So hopefully things will even out, things will get better. It looks like things will get better. We just have to be patient. It's so hard to hear it all and feel like I don't know what to do. Yeah, it is. But as long as we're supportive, as long as we talk honestly about things, and we can feel what another is feeling and be empathetic to others, I think we can find that common ground. I think we can push ahead a little bit easier. It's hard when you feel like you're alone in your own battles. It's hard when you feel like nobody understands. And I think now, since we've all been through something traumatic, at least in some way, shape, or form now, we can kind of come together a little bit easier with that, at least feeling like we understand each other on that level. But we'll get through it. We are the human race. We will get through it. We just have to find a way to support each other and really be there for each other when we haven't been able to do so before. I think a lot of us, the past, we'll say 30 years of existence, we have been in different places. In the 1970s, women finally got the right to have a credit card without their husband's permission. Women finally had the right to have birth control. That's a caveat. There's more to that, but that was 30 years ago. Wait, 70s. That's 40 years ago. I still think feel old. But my point being is that was such a little time ago, but we've grown so much. Think of how much more we can grow in the next 5 years alone. As long as we support each other and understand that we're all equals, we're all in this together. We all need to lean on each other. Everybody goes through bad days. Everybody goes through hardship. It's just in waves. It's just going to happen. So as long as we're there to support each other and help each other up and have that equity across the board, I think we're going to get ahead. It's just fighting to get that equity. I don't like driving much these past days. People are very passive aggressive. Yep. Yep. No, I hate driving, especially now. Hate it. Everyone around us has gone cuckoo. I'm staying off social media except for my light workers. Yeah, pretty much. I've been doing violet flame energy cleansing to clear negative karma energy around me so that the energy around my area feel better and less accident, sickness. That's fantastic. I understand the overwhelm. I specialize in absorbing the lowest of the low vibrational emotions. That's what pushes the growth through. Transmuting is the worst and releasing is the worst. Or releasing the worst for the better. Yes. Growth is an upward climb. Even though we're all exhausted, we need to climb together. Absolutely. Hi, Tran. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a lot, but I think we can get there. I think this is going to be the year where there's a lot of, how like you pop a pimple? I think this is the year where things get squeezed. And we expel all the things that we don't want. I think I think a lot of people are coming to different realizations. And I think the more we fight and fight together, the more change is going to happen. And a lot of that does come from light workers. A lot of that does come from healers, because you can't fight if you continually, if you are following that low vibration. You have to constantly raise yourself above it. You have to think of the greater good. You have to think of the positive. You change. You have to constantly put yourself in that mindset in order to keep fighting. And so as long as all of us work together, as long as as long as all of us push for a better world, things will happen. Things will change. Change doesn't happen overnight, but we are seeing endings of cycles. We are seeing generational curses being broken every day. You're seeing change happen. I worry about what is to come, but at the same time, I know that a lot of times it is getting worse before it gets better. Just like any other change, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be chaotic, just like the Tower card. But, you know, as long as we're supportive of each other, as long as we keep the faith, things will get better. Cross your fingers. We need to round up all the indigos. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys are into like lighting candles, or I don't know if you guys are into like what are they called? Power circles or those things. I know that a lot of like people will round up everyone as far as like on a certain day, on a certain night, certain time. We'll all light a candle, we'll all chant, we'll all do whatever. I'm down for that too. If there's like a healing prayer or a chant that we want to do, I'll post on the community page. This time we'll all light a candle. For me, I will always light a candle. If someone's having a hard time, I'm always lighting a candle. I lit a candle today, so it's just my way of providing some sort of healing. So, but yeah, like I'm all for that. Like just bringing the positive energy in. There's only so much one person can do, and how do I want to put it? There's only so much one can do. And if that is just thinking positive thoughts, that's fantastic. Whether it's donating money, time, effort, supplies, whatever the case may be. Everyone has their good ways of doing things. Mine is sitting there thinking positive thoughts and lighting a candle. I donate where I can and do what I can with that, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be lighting a candle. The world really needs more people like you. Oh, thank you, Sydney. I think Swords card could represent heads butting. Possibly, yeah. Absolutely. The fight of how we can all think of how it should be. Many can't let go of the old, and new says we need change. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's, what is that saying with you can't, like, there's always going to be those people that want to keep things the way they are because it's only benefiting them, right? So let's just think about Mr. Monopoly Man with the top hat and the monocle. Let's think of that person. He's getting all the benefits, right? He's collecting your money every time you pass go. If someone says, well, I don't like this, why should you collect 50%? Let's just say, why should you collect 50% because I'm just passing go? That doesn't make any sense. We should all rise up and change things, like change the rules. And he's going to keep doing everything in his power to keep knocking you back down because he's benefiting from everyone else. So it's going to take time. It's going to take new ways of thinking. It's going to take new rules. It's going to take game changes, but we are the game changers. We can make an exact change. We just have to figure it out. We have to work together and we have to support each other. And that goes for every situation that's going on right now. I mean, there's too many to name, but I think one of the biggest issues that we need to really come together across the world about is climate change. We really need to figure this out. We're seeing it every year. We're seeing the devastation every year, and we're seeing the problems that are arising. It's not getting any better. So we need to enact change as far as that goes, first and foremost, because other than that, we will not have a world in which to exist. So that's always going to be my big main topic of change, is the climate change. It's huge. And you can do everything in your power to reduce, reuse, and recycle, but the grand scheme of things, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what we really need to be focusing on. And again, I'm just a small platform. I can't really, enact a bunch of change. However, I can implant little seeds to help you guys go out and just think about it every day. Think about the choices that you're making. Think about, do you really need this item? Do you really need the packaging? Like, that's one thing too about the tarot cards that I'm really starting to take notice on is some of the packaging. They're reducing a lot of it down, which is phenomenal. Just give me the bare minimum. It doesn't need to be this big fancy thing. Figure out a way to make the guidebook fit within the little size of cards. Like it can be done. Think about waste. Think about what your packaging is made out of, that sort of a thing. As far as groceries go, we need to be thinking about that too. We need to be thinking about, sustainability across the board. So anyway, I'm going to get off my pedestal now. I do violet flame decrees for everyone around me whenever I can. At least it helped all of us balance our karma and energy together. That's one of my time donation. Fantastic. I thought when you pass the go box, you get some money. What version of Monopoly I got? I honestly couldn't tell you what the rule was for Monopoly. I just made that up off the top of my head for an example. I haven't played Monopoly in forever. In fact, I love board games. The husband and I absolutely love board games. Like, we have so many that, like, what are we doing with all of them? But we frequent thrift stores all the time. Like, that's one of our date days is we go to thrift stores. In fact, a lot of our books, a lot of our board games, a lot of our knick-knacky things, if you want to call them that. My 98% of my pots for my plants are thrifted. Everything, we love thrifting. It's a way for us, if we need something and we find it, it's great to reduce, to reuse, to recycle. But I find it hard for clothes just because I feel like, it's just too hard. There's a lot of the times I can get away with dresses and that'll work for me, or sweaters. I love a thrifted cardigan, but it's hard for clothes for me just because of my body size. And right now you can't try anything on anywhere. So it's I'll take a gamble for $1. I will take a gamble. But yeah, anyway, I love to thrift. So basically we have a bunch of board games that we gamble on, taking the hit whether or not we're going to get a full board game. Same with puzzles. We love 45-cent puzzle. I will take that gamble. Because why spend, if you can spend a couple bucks on a board game and get all of the pieces, absolutely, because those things are expensive nowadays. Oh my gosh, Monopoly is like $40 depending on the theme that it has. Uno. Oh, I love Uno. The Uno card to do psychic readings. Yeah, you know what? You probably could just assign what they mean or something. That would be fantastic. Love Uno. What was that other card game? It's oh God. Family, when we would do family gatherings, we would play it, and I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of it's not like Rummy. What am I thinking about? I don't remember. Tens. It's something tens. I can't remember. But yeah, love any kind of board games. So we finally have all of these fun games and party games, and we can't have anybody over. Well, we weren't able to, and now that we can, it's no, we don't want to anymore. No big group gatherings anymore. But yeah, anyway, that was a tangent. Sorry. But yeah, basically, we're going to be okay. Things might feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I think we all need to tap into our divine feminine, our divine nurturing side, and really start being empathetic and helping others and putting ourselves in other people's shoes. And remember that our thoughts and our words have power, and there's a reason why it's called spelling. Like your words are powerful. Whether you use words on social media, whether you are talking to your best friend, your family member, or a stranger, your words have power. Your thoughts have power. So I challenge you all to really start thinking about how you are talking to other people, how you are communicating, and how you are communicating to yourself. Because if you are always saying, I can't, I won't, the negative words, the negative thoughts, then that's what you're going to be attracting into your life, right? Not to say that we're talking about, that you can't ever have a bad day or you can't ever, have a bad thought. I'm just saying your inner monologue every day, how are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking from a nurturing position? Or are you speaking from somebody who is thinking negative all the time or putting themselves down all the time? The minute you start switching over your thought patterns, the more positive results you're going to start seeing. The same with your words, the things that you say to other people, how you communicate with strangers online, how you communicate with your loved ones, and your tone too. How are you saying it in a sarcastic way all the time? Are you actually speaking from the heart? Those types of things, because believe it or not, it makes a difference. So I challenge you the rest of the week till next Wednesday when we go live again. I challenge you to see how that works for you. How are you switching it over? And if you do switch it over, what differences do you see? How is your day better? How is your day worse? What do you see different by doing that? By switching over your thought patterns, by switching over how you speak, especially how you communicate on social media. Not saying that you guys do, but are you someone who will invoke an argument? Are you someone who will reply to a negative comment? Are you someone who will keep that fire going? Are you someone who will just walk away? Or are you someone who just chooses to see the good in everything? Because there's those people as well. I just challenge you, because for me, it does make a difference. I notice when I start going back to negative thought patterns. I notice when I start, engaging in arguments or engaging in negative conversations or gossip or anything like that, how my day quickly turns around. So I challenge you. Let me know how it goes when we go live next week, because I really do think that there's something to that, where if we all start thinking a little bit more of how we communicate, then things will start changing in that department as well. Phase 10. Thank you, Rowan. That's what it's called. Thank you. Yes, exactly what I was thinking about. You are welcome, Trip. +4 be the Tower card. Thrifty. Yes, it's hard to get clothes to try with no dressing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, same for like ordering online. It's hard to order clothes online now as well. Like I always go by the measurements, and sometimes those measurements are wrong. So I have the hardest time with bra shopping too. Like, don't even get me started. Like, these girls have been in the wrong size bra for years now. You are so welcome. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that, it was good. I don't know. I know that there's a thing, there's toxic positivity, but I feel like right now, like, yes, we can accept that bad things happen. Yes, we can accept that, there are horrible people in the world. But at the same time, we can really try to be positive about things. We can really try to switch our thought patterns, switch how we are day to day. Yeah, it's always going to be an up and down. Yeah, there's always going to be negative things that happen. Bad things happen, negative events. Not everything is going to go your way all the time. But at the same time, we don't have to be stuck in that slump. We don't have to constantly have a rain cloud over our head all the time. And if we do, we can find ways to cope and get out of it. again, tangent, but you know, there's ways of getting to the crossing that dark path. Does that make sense? There's ways of getting ahead of it. You can wallow and you can feel in your feelings and be there for as long as you need, but at the same time, that hope and knowing that, you know, things will be better when you're ready to get there. Does that make sense? That's what we need to focus on. Like, yes, be in your feelings, cry, have that moment, and sometimes that moment will last for a while. But at the same time, when you're in that moment, having that hope to drive you forward is what's important. So if I can be that little hope or that little beacon that just helps you get through moment to moment, I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not trying to preach, you know, everything is rainbows and butterflies and positivity and yada yada, because it's not. It's never going to be. Everything has moments of black and gray. It's never always, you know, white. So, you know, it's just getting through those moments and having the support of other people and your friends and family to help you through those emotions and help you through all of those hard times. That's what's important. So that's what I'm trying to kind of allude to here, is that I do what I can, but I don't believe, you know, that everything's sunshine and rainbows. Like, we're all going through something. We're all going to go through a lot more. But it's just having that hope and that little bit to drive us forward, to enact change, to, you know, help support each other and to keep moving forward. There's a quote that says, "This too will pass." I just thought about that. Absolutely. Absolutely, Dea. I love that quote because it will. You know, there's if you got to think about the seasons too, you know, the way that it's not always going to be spring and summer. We have to go through a winter. We have to go through the regeneration. And, you know, not saying that I hate saying everything happens for a reason, but sometimes it does. Sometimes things need to get worse before they get better. Sometimes we have pitfalls and sometimes we hit rock bottom. Sometimes we're too stubborn to see what we need to do in order to move forward. Sometimes we put blinders on. Sometimes we just cannot get out of the situation that we're in. It just is. So I don't like saying everything happens for a reason, because I feel like that's such a blanket term, and I feel like that does contribute to toxic positivity. However, there are cycles, there are ups and downs, and we just have to keep the faith. We have to keep moving forward. We have to keep pushing. This has gotten really, really sad this night. I'm so sorry. Focusing on even the smallest positives helps. Absolutely. I've struggled with depression for eons now. I've struggled with a lot of different mental health issues. But what does help is focusing on what makes you happy in that moment. What makes you, what you can look forward to. Those little tiny things. If it's like the next episode of the Netflix show that you're watching, that you're excited about. Or it's finding your snuggiest blanket and wrapping yourself up in it and feeling the warmth of it and feeling comfortable and comforted in that moment. They're just the little things that help get you through these times. And I feel like last year we all kind of realized what does help, like what can pacify some of those sad feelings and those sad days. And it's hanging on to those. You know, seeing pictures of your nieces and nephews and, you know, watching them grow up, you know, spending time with your kids, having your animals next to you, having, you know, the snuggie and the little tongue kisses from your pets, like those things, the little things definitely help. But yeah, it's that hope, that little fire, that little flame that still is there in the back of your head. Like, it'll go so far with, you know, making you look forward to and keep holding on to that special feeling, that next moment of happiness. Wow, we got deep today. I was not expecting it, but yeah, like that's just where I'm at. I know that there's just so much going on. It's a lot. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know if you are all in the same boat, but I just keep getting triggered by everything that's going on. I just that part of you that like just always wants to help. Like, what else can I do? Like, that's where I'm at. Like, what can I do? I'm just little old me. Like, what can I do to help? But at the same time, that stresses me out too. I'm like, ah, like sometimes just sitting by yourself, just quiet, just letting thoughts pass, just in a meditative space, just that helps. Just sitting in silence. Oh, I'm excited for autumn. I already have a pumpkin spice candle on. Yes, I'm excited too. I've got my Hocus Pocus shirt on. I'm ready. I'm ready for cardigans. I have my little shawl here. I'm ready. I'm ready for snuggy weather. Although in California, it doesn't really get like crisp fall air until like the end of November. Speaking of Netflix, have anyone seen Centaur World? It's the cutest comfort show. Okay, I've seen it. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I know about it. And I was like, what is this? It's been in the back of the list of things that I need to start watching, but I'm like, at the same time, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I kind of want to know if people like it before I watch it, because I'm like, it's one more thing I gotta watch. Animal snuggies and kisses are the best. They are. They really are. Coming in the wind. Yeah, fall is definitely on its way. I'm really I'm trying to hold out hope that we can still have fall festivities, because I want to go like apple picking and pumpkin patching, all of the fun things. But like at the same time, things are ramping up again, and I really don't want to be a part of that. So, I mean, if that means I'm just staying at home with my dogs and my husband watching scary movies, then so be it. I'll be happy with that too. That's what we did last year. I already binge watched Centaur World. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I'm like, we didn't do Halloween last year either. Like, no trick-or-treaters. We normally have like a lot of trick-or-treaters. Love that. I absolutely like that's one of the things that I look forward to every year is the Halloween night. That's my Christmas. Like, if you ask what my Christmas is, it is Halloween. It is the time of year where me and my husband just go crazy, and like we are the neighbor that hands out the king size bars from Costco. So the first year that we did it, we had a bunch of like preteens and little kids that would come over. You guys have the good candy. Oh man, everybody come to this house. It was so fun. It was great. I really liked seeing all the kids, and it's just fun. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can still do it this year, but at the same time, I am like of the mind of safety and precaution. So we'll see. Centaur World is like the Freaks of Nature squad I want to be in. Yeah, I saw like one guy is like flying with his arms or something. I don't know. It looks interesting. I'm rewatching New Girl at the moment. I got caught back up in it. I never finished the series. I think I ended on season 6, so I'm rewatching it again. What is my favorite scary movie? Okay, so it's not really scary, but I love Beetlejuice. I love The Craft. I think if you're asking me like if you consider horror, I think I would say Cabin in the Woods. I just love the trick ending. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, I love all the tropes in it. Just really fun. I don't particularly like anything to like The Conjuring or anything like that. I don't really like those kind of movies. I don't like things that are like a little too real within the spirit world. Creeps me out. That's probably more terrifying to me than like something like Saw. I don't like those movies either. I think those are more like I think it's just the gore is too much. I don't mind a little bit, like, for instance, like the new Suicide Squad where they, I don't mind that. But like when you're consistently like showing it all and that's all that you're doing, no, I'm not into it. But yeah, I like the like campy kind of stuff. I don't mind a jump scare here and there, but like I really more so like the campy kind of stuff. Jaws, still like to this day, like I've seen it twice, I think, in my whole life. Sharks terrify me more than anything in this world. So that movie is probably, if you're asking me what the scariest movie I ever saw was, probably Jaws. But I'm not necessarily like a horror genre fanatic. I like them here and there, but like I enjoy excuse me, more of the like fun Halloween themed type movies. But I do like a scary one here and there. And Hocus Pocus is probably my favorite Halloween type movie ever. That's the movie that goes on. It's like it should be on already. Like it plays out all season long. And then same with Nightmare Before Christmas. That one I typically do toward the end of the toward the like the second week of October through Christmas. So like it'll go on a couple times in the season. Same with Hocus Pocus. I'm weird. Also, I really love Practical Magic. So that's another one on the list. And then there was one more. Oh, Sleepy Hollow. Love Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, Practical Magic. Absolutely love it. It was not, it's not a very happy movie throughout, but like I just love everything about it. I want that house. Like that is goals. Midnight margaritas all day long. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the other ones that are on my rotation. Because yeah, we usually start like in August and then we get through all of them by Halloween. And then like we end with Hocus Pocus. Yeah, Midnight margaritas. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not like, I don't like anything like the Nightmare Before Christmas, or not the Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not into all of those, or like Jason or Halloween. I know they're classics, but like it's not my shtick. Absolutely, Tim Burton, anything I'm here for. Although the vampire movie and the Dark Shadows was a little disappointing. But I still watch it. Johnny Depp. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the other ones in my arsenal, and I can't at the moment, but yeah, brain doesn't work. Brain is not functioning. But yeah, this is the season that I love the most. We usually do a pumpkin patch. We'll go up and pick some apples and get fresh apple pie. I think I do still want to make a nice homemade apple pie this year. And then I might make from scratch a pumpkin pie. I love making my own pie crust. It's really fun. So yeah, maybe I'll do like a baking playlist on my other channel because I really love baking. I grew up not wanting to be in the kitchen at all. Like I was very much anti-cooking, anti-baking. Like I just didn't want to do it. I had no interest. And then once you start getting older, you kind of need to. Casper, yes, Casper. That's another one. Oh, that library, the whole house. But yeah, I really love to bake, and so maybe I'll start doing that on the other channel too. Oh, Halloweentown. Yep. That's another one. Yes. Oh, the fun masks and the makeup in those movies are just great. I do a little bit of gore makeup and like prosthetic makeup, just a little bit. Like I don't consider myself like super knowledgeable in all of it, but I do love a good gory makeup look. Oh yeah, Coraline. Oh my gosh. So, when I first saw Coraline, I was not expecting it to be that dark for a children's movie at all. And then I was into it. I can see why it has like a really big following, because it's just what, like, it's something that you're not expecting, and it's just a brilliant story, and the stop motion animation is just brilliant. It's just so fun, and the characters are fun too. Yeah, and yeah, it's just a fun, different movie. I think I want to say I have the comic about it, but I could be wrong. It's so creepy, but in the best way. Exactly. Yeah. What are your guys' other favorite movies? I love seeing these because then it jogs my memory. I love it. What are your go-to movies this time of year? I'm trying to think of the other ones. Oh, My Mom is a Vampire on Disney Plus, or what is it? The one of the aunts from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the old Sabrina. I fell asleep as I was sleepwalking. In the dreams I saw I was eating food, woke up to you talking about food. There's an old TV or old Disney show called So Weird. Yes. Yes, it was like a children's supernatural. Yes, exactly. I remember that one. And they would like have their own like web page or something that they would like document it on. Yeah, So Weird. I don't know if it's on Disney Plus, but there's a lot more coming to Disney Plus too. I saw Pepper Ann, the after school TV show, might be coming soon, or maybe it's just in the UK. I'm not sure, but yeah. Halloweentown is my favorite. It like is such a good nostalgia vibe. The like small towny kind of vibe with like a, you know, everybody kind of knows each other and everybody has these events. Oh, if you guys have Netflix, check out the series The Good Witch. Love it. It's very much like your typical Hallmark Channel TV show, but with a little dash of witchery. It's just very like wholesome, and I love it. I just absolutely adore it. And there's a few movies that they did off of it too, or maybe it was movies before it was a TV show. I don't remember, but it's very, very fun and just comforting to watch. It's very much like the Christmas Hallmark movies where you just watch it to feel comforted and like you just are for the holiday season, you're ready. But yeah, Good Witch, highly recommend it. It's kind of like slow moving in bits, but it's just one of those things where you can put it on the TV and it's just heartwarming, and you know, anyway. It is on Disney Plus. Oh, that's awesome. Two sisters. Oh, yes, Twitches. That's what it is. The twin witches, and they have the power necklaces, and they have to defeat. Yep. Tia and Tamara Mowry. That witch movie with the sister girls. Yep. The Good Witch is from Hallmark, the TV company. Here, call that channel now as Diva. Oh, well, I mean, the shoe fits. That makes sense. I mean, it's very much a female-dominated channel now. I mean, I feel like I'm good with like one Hallmark Christmas movie, because to me, they all are the same concept. So, like one, and I'm good for the rest of the season. Twitches scared me as a kid. Oh my God, the shadow that would grab them. Oh yeah, I can see how it's it could be a little scary for kids. Hilda, yes. Hildegard something. There was one show, it was years ago, that Netflix had, and it was based upon like creatures. There was like a werewolf, foxglove or foxgrove, something of the sort like that, and then it got canceled after a couple seasons, but it was pretty interesting. It was kind of like similar to kind of like the feel of Stranger Things, like in the horror genre without being too scary. It was pretty good. But yeah, I don't remember what Hex Grove, Hawks, whatever. Tangent again, I'm sorry. Harry Potter rewatch? Oh, yes, yes. You know what I typically do about Harry Potter, though? I typically watch it around Christmas time. I don't know. Ooh, Witches with Angelica Houston. Yes, I didn't like the remake too much. I don't know why. I really loved uh, the main character, and I can't think of her name right now, who played Angelica Houston's part. I really liked her rendition of it. She was very great, but I don't know if I really liked the remake version of it. I felt like the first one was very thematic and very much original and very fun for that time. But yeah, I wasn't like the new version was fun, but I think I preferred the old one. The makeup was just so good. There is an anime about young witch going to school and learning magic. Oh, is that Kiki's Delivery Service, or is that not the one that I'm thinking of? I've seen that once. It's not amazing, but the Haunted Mansion movie, I watched that one too. It is not amazing. I really hope that they do a different one, like they remake it and make it a little bit darker. But you know Disney. But yeah, the Haunted Mansion movie is fun. It's disappointing, but it's fun. I wasn't too impressed with it, but it is one that I put on during this season. Absolutely. Oh, the other horror movie that I really like is the Haunting the Hill Haunting on the Hill. It was a remake of another old version, like 50s version, but this one was made in like 99. Oh God, I'll think of it last minute. But anywho, it was really good. It's kind of scary. But if you watch it now, the CGI back then looked realistic. Now it's kind of laughable. It doesn't hold up as well. But I remember there being like a carousel in one of the rooms, because it's this huge mansion that they get locked into. And then they go exploring in it, and weird things are happening to them. And then this one room they go in and the floor is revolving and there's mirrors and it's like a fun house and it's crazy and it's really good. Anyway, it's a good watch. The first one was better. Yeah. Oh, the Addams Family. Oh my God. How did I forget? I have the pops right over there. Little Witch Academia on Netflix. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to check that out. Tales of the Crypt. Oh my God. Yes. I remember watching Harry Potter during Christmas because the local TV company here always plays it. They do. Yeah, actually, they do here too. House on Haunted Hill. Thank you. That's the one. That's the title that I was talking about. The Worst Witch on Netflix was good too. I started watching that and then like it didn't pique my interest. It didn't keep. I fell off of that. Maybe I'll start watching that again. I didn't give it enough time. The Haunted Mansion. Look Behind. Love the Madame Crystal Ball. Yes. Madame Leota. Yeah. I gotta like have love for her because like that's one of my favorite little Disney characters. Like one of my favorite rides in the park. But yeah. It's a fun, like it was fun when it came out, but like now I really want something a little bit more. Like I want the Hatchaway. I want like the Hatbox Ghost. Like I want all of that incorporated. I want to know like the backstory. I want that. I don't want to like super sugar coated. I get it that it has to be kid friendly, but at the same time, I want a darker version. I remember watching Monster House. Oh, you know what? That was actually really creative. I really enjoyed the animation on that one. Super like innovative for the time period. Little Witch Academia, loved it. I watched the anime and the movie on the premiere of it. I'm gonna have to watch that then. I'm gonna have to check it out. I keep thinking of Kiki's Delivery. And there's another one that I watched and I can't remember what it is, and it's gonna drive me crazy. But as you can see, a lot of these are my go-tos for this season, but I don't have like a bunch of time to watch them all, so that's why I have to start in August, and I'm behind. Oh, the 13 Ghosts movie, I won't touch it. Nope. Nope. Nothing Rob Zombie. Nope. Although he is it Rob Zombie that's creating he's redoing the Monsters, the Munsters, Munster show. Could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I've seen like pre-production stuff that's going on with that, and it looks good. Didn't like the Haunted Mansion, a comedy. Made some of the major quotes fall very flat. Yeah, I could see that. I watched The Magicians on Netflix. It was interesting. So I got to like season 3, I think it was, like through season 3. One of the seasons, it was really slow going. It was like too slow, and we just fell off that one too. We did end up getting the books. I haven't read them yet, but I heard that some people really like the books, or some people hate the books and love the show. So it's kind of like an either or. But the first 2 seasons, I was here for it. But yeah, it got really dark and then depressing a little bit, and then super slow. So yeah, I stopped watching. I know it got better, so I should give it another chance, but now I'm like I'm too far gone. Scooby-Doo. Oh yeah, you gotta watch Scooby-Doo and the Island. 13 Ghosts, too creepy and horror. I accidentally watched it as it was on my sister's laptop, didn't know what it was, and yikes, nightmares. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff I don't go for. I mean, I can appreciate the talent, but nope. It got weird for a bit, but I stuck it out. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it did, right? Like, I was just like, I have a thing, if the show starts getting too slow, like it slows down too much, then my attention span goes out the window. Like, I don't have patience. We tried watching the new Tom and Jerry movie, the live action remake. We made it through the first 5 minutes. And we look at each other and we're like, yeah, we're going to turn this off. I could see it being kind of fun for kids, which was the target demographic. But at the same time, have Tom and Jerry really been like prominent with the kids nowadays? Like, I feel like it was kind of not prominent when I was a kid. Like, it was around, but it wasn't like popular. I don't know. But yeah, it was very disappointing. Netflix, Sabrina, and Lucifer is my mood for Halloween and whenever now. I have not finished the Sabrina. I heard the last season of the new Sabrina was really disappointing, and I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons, so I feel like I'm not gonna watch the third. I was here for the first 2 seasons, and that Christmas special was awesome. And I have not watched Lucifer yet. That's on my list. If I watch too much American Horror Story, it gives me nightmares, but I love rewatching Coven. Yeah, that was my favorite one, and then that was when I stopped watching the American Horror Story. I made it through the first 3, and okay, sorry, reconnecting. So I made it through the first 3 American Horror Stories, loved Coven, and then started watching the 4th season, which was The Freak Show. Couldn't deal. I have a thing with clowns and could not. So then I stopped. So I haven't seen anything else. It got too much for me, I think, and like it's just a little too much. There is a live action of Tom and Jerry. I didn't know it existed. Yeah. HBO. I think it was just straight to HBO Max, if I remember correctly. It was a few months ago. And so we have the HBO Max, and we're like, oh, well, it's free. Let's watch it. No, I couldn't get into it. And like, I genuinely will give something a fighting chance. Like, I will try to see the positive in it. And like, I get it that it was for kids, but at the same time, like, the story was not making sense to me. Like, it was just like what they were laying out and putting down, I was just not for it. But, you know, I could see how kids would, you know, like it. We watched the new Space Jam too, and it was fun, but at the same time, my creative side was like, they could have done so much more. They could have done so much more, and they just blew it. But yeah, that's why I don't make the movies. That's why I'm just here. My late grandma loved Tom and Jerry. Oh, I think the last season of Sabrina was the best. Oh, really? Okay, well, maybe. Yeah, the last season was disappointing as they rushed through it. That's what I heard too. It was rushed. Freak Show was. Oh yeah, see, I can't with that. Oh, I forgot about the Underworld movies. Those were great. Those were fun. Became devotees of Hecate. Oh, of course they did. Of course they did. Queen of the Damned. Oh, yes. That's another one that's amazing. The Interview with a Vampire is great, but it's long. And as you know, it's beautiful and it's well done, but it's long. The Queen of the Damned is much more action-packed and like hip, I'll say. But yeah, that soundtrack was banging. Like Deftones, are you kidding me? Yes. Oh man, I'm dating myself. But yeah, loved that movie. So speaking of Queen of the Damned, the main vampire, and I'm forgetting his name, Lestat. He played in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen as the painting guy, the guy that never ages due to the painting, and I can't think of Dorian Gray. That movie, I was so excited for that movie when that came out. Went to the theater and was thoroughly disappointed. Like, again, like all of these great stars and all of these great characters, they missed the mark on everything. And I was so disappointed because like, it could have been so great. Like, I know that movie like was super expensive to make and then like didn't make it back. American Horror Story, the Freak Show season creeped the hell out of me. I refused to watch it, changed channel or whatnot as soon as 1 second when I saw the clown. Yeah, nope. I lived for that as a teen. We need a new season after season of AHS Coven on its own. I would be here for it. I think it would be fun to see like different aspects, maybe go back in time a little bit more. What was the Salem? That show. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but Salem. And it was kind of focusing on like the Salem witch trials and that sort of a thing. Oh, so good. So good. I think I left off on season 2, and I think there was one more season, and then it got canceled. And then, Penny Dreadful, that was really great too. Again, didn't finish that one. Like all of these shows, I'm so bad with not finishing. But yeah, those were really great too. If you haven't seen Salem or Penny Dreadful, check into them. What's her face from Miss Peregrine's Children or whatever movie? She's one of the main characters in that one. That's also another really fun movie. Miss Peregrine's House of something Extraordinary Children or something. Interested in watching Crimson Peak. I heard that was really good. Oh, hi, Shiawase. When she made him swallow the frog in Salem, I had to stop it. Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. Hemlock Grove. That's the one that I was talking about earlier that I thought was Foxglove or something. Yes, werewolves and vampires. Yes, Hemlock Grove. That's what I was thinking of when I couldn't remember. Yes, that one was really fun. I enjoyed it. Discovery Witches. Okay, so I still need to watch that, but I'm reading the book currently, reading Audible, and it's phenomenal. I am hooked. I'm almost through with it. But yeah, I want to start watching the show too. So I'm really excited. I keep hearing really good things, but I want to finish the book before I watch the movie because like I'm invested now. And now I'm out of the mindset where I want to compare the two. So I don't know how close they stick to the book, but like I want to finish the book first, then watch the show. And I don't know if the show is episodes based on the first book or if it's like based on the trilogy or what. I don't know. No. But I'm excited. That's still on the list. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up because I just saw the time. But I don't know if I'm going to be live this Saturday. I'm still I'm not sure. I was supposed to be at my fantasy fair. They rescheduled it due to all the fires. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, if I'm going to go live. I'll let you know either Friday or Saturday, depending on how things are here. But with that being said, I'm going to still be uploading videos the rest of the week. I think there will be a few coming up. And then for sure I'll be live next Wednesday. So thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It's so nice to have these chit chats. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Rowan. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.